Hey, what'd you get me for Christmas? A watch? A new iPod? Oh, a Rhapsody. Oh, thank you so much.
Looks like a fine July day in Minnesota.
Poker face can't read my poker.
All right, enough of that.
All across the mountains, the trees stand tall and proud.
Soon to be cut down for toilet paper.
Except for a lowly little one.
The Al Pacino of trees.
Oh, I'm a tree.
Ooh, yeah.
He thinks himself small and of no account.
He's such an idiot. Don't pay any attention to him.
The grand big trees, they tower above me.
And so I will set them on fire and laugh as they burn.
The grand big trees, they play with the winds.
They tell the wind that their marriage is basically over anyway.
They reach up and speak with the heavens. They bathe their tops in the sunlight.
I said they could take their tops off, and they slapped me.
They keep the sun from me and the falling snow.
They pants me in front of Sherry D'Amico at last year's homecoming.
I am small and of no account.
I live with my 2 cats and work
I
part-time
stand
at the
lost
hobby
in the
store.
shadows, while the mouse stands forth in glory.
While I sit for hours watching the Game Show Network.
While the forester's cottage guards the glade and shelters the forester's children.
Whose names are Forrest and Forestress Forrester.
I guess.
We should try this on a hill someday.
Hey, don't talk crazy.
The forester's children, they will not notice me.
They're not the sharpest knives in the drawer, frankly.
I have no snow on my branches.
You're kind of running out of interesting things to tell us about yourself, aren't you?
No snow on my branches.
Hey, wait a minute, sis. Help me find a snowless tree to whiz on. Hello.
Wow, I have literally never seen anything as small and of no account as this tree.
The forester,
And his ventriloquist dummy.
he will not notice me. For I am small and of no account.
I can't deposit money at the bank. Why? No account.
Yeah.
These trees are small.
But they're of account, as opposed to me, of no account.
The forester laughs,
The bitter laugh of a man who knows he's chosen the wrong profession.
and now he's coming to laugh at me.
He's got time to do such things ever since he faked that injury to draw workman's comp.
Forester's mostly skull, with a thin layer of flesh barely covering it, if you'll notice.
What do you think, Mrs. Syphilpuss?
How would I know? I'm just a wooden dummy.
Mrs. Syphilpuss.
Wait a minute. What the hell are you doing? I liked it better when no one paid any attention to me. I'm small and of no account, remember? Forrester, you monster! Call your goons off! Don't let them... Oh my God! Oh, it hurts way more than I could have possibly imagined! You monsters! Ah!
Why have those who like the big trees, the strong trees, the straight trees, why have they now come for me?
Oh, you're right. Wrong tree. Kids, leave it out here to rot.
No!
They can't want me for the mast of a ship. They can't want me for the beam of a roof.
Well, don't rule that out. Remember, not the brightest kids around.
La 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 la, beam of a roof. La 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 la.
What is there left that I can be?
La 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 la. Wait, I forget. Where do we live again?
I thought you knew.
Well,
I hope we never get electricity.
Or heat.
Oh, those kids better not be hanging out with that Forrester creep again.
This makes Bob Cratchit's place look like the Playboy Mansion.
Why'd you bring that no-account tree in here?
Here, just move it over here. No, this way. No, this way. No, you're ruining Christmas.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
A place of my own. By the glow of the hearth,
Fueled by the hacked-up remains of my fellow trees.
the warmth of the fire on my branches. The tall trees will look in upon me.
And I shall press my hams against the glass.
This far out in the wilderness, the only ornaments you have are dried potato peels and rodent skulls.
So, guess this is what kids did for fun before they had hoops to push with sticks.
Little Susie would go mad from isolation and reenact The Shining later that night.
Decorated the hell out of that branch.
One by one, my boughs are made beautiful.
Your male boughs, right? You are a dude?
A beautiful dude.
My God, have you ever seen such Rhapsody?
As beautiful as any in the forest.
And twice as fabulous.
The true meaning of Christmas. Endless shots of motionless, inanimate trees.
Rhapsody! Holy crap!
Sprinkle on some breadcrumbs before we deep fry this sucker.
It's not fried, it's shake and bake.
And I helped.
Now, these folks really go all out. I usually just hang a pair of truck nuts on my tree and I call it a night.
Mom's in the next room shrieking at Dad to go out and get a better tree.
A star for my crown.
A star, just like Emilio Estevez used to be.
And a manger at my feet.
As a tree, I don't know what a manger is or what significance it might have, but still.
Now, which one of these figures is Stinkor, the evil master of odors?
A biblical nativity scene, not He-Man.
Wow, my faith is shaken to its core.
And so as evening fell,
The werewolves emerged.
the little tree knew at last that this was why he'd been sheltered in the green wood and shaded from the sun.
He also started referring to himself in the third person.
As he shimmered in the firelight, he proudly awaited the family's return.
They were out fighting Sinbad for a Turbo Man doll.
A manger at his feet,
Whose purpose continued to baffle him.
his branches made beautiful,
His needles already drying up and falling to the floor.
a star for his crown.
As we covered thoroughly not 45 seconds ago.
Now he knew that of all the forest, he had been chosen to bring joy to the world on the night before Christmas.
And since the tree is going to bring joy to the world, please join us in that beloved Christmas carol. What? Silent Night, I guess.
Tomorrow belongs to us, children.
Just some minor lip sync issues.
Well, that's because they're actually singing Poker Face.
No, don't you do that again.
Joy and love and peace on the night before Christmas.
Hey, this is hardly the time or the place for any of that.
Where's our son?
Our son has been taken from us.
I've abandoned my child! I've abandoned my boy!
The Grinch is up on top of that mountain, gluing antlers on his dog.
The annual family tradition of praying for Santa to bring them indoor plumbing.
That night, the Forester was visited by 3 spirits.
Yeah, Jack Daniels, Johnny Walker, and Jim Beam.
He passed out in the snow and lost his left foot to frostbite.
Christmas Rhapsody! Rifftrax. Some movies have it coming. This has been a Rifftrax presentation. Rifftrax, copyright by Rifftrax and Legend Films. All rights reserved. Unauthorized use or duplication is prohibited.